We do have a good neighbor policy that was consented by the General Assembly, basically in two parts. It was discussed and consented to by the General Assembly of Occupy Wall Street on Thursday, with the exception of a vital piece around specific guidelines for...
Sorry, was that last Thursday or this
Last Thursday, I'm sorry, yes, last Thursday, with the exception of specific guidelines around drumming. And then that evening, there was a long and contentious debate at times, and there was an agreement, a consensus agreement to limit the drumming. Unfortunately, I think one of the issues, and I'll just get to this and then I'll backtrack to what the Good Neighbor policy delineates very specifically. That Thursday night when the Good Neighbor policy was finally consented to, including all of the points that are listed on our website currently and have been distributed, it said that the Good Neighbor the drumming would be limited to 2 hours between the hours of 11 and 5. And frankly, it was a mistake, I think, on the part of some of us who helped develop it in the working groups and in working on balancing what we thought were the concerns of the community with the desires of the drummers to have their voices heard through their drums drumming down Wall Street. It's very hard to say what 2 hours exist. People show up, they don't know if anyone's drummed before or anyone's going to drum later. It was just a mistake, quite frankly, in terms of how that guideline was written. Furthermore, there were a lot of people who felt excluded from the process whereby the General Assembly agreed on these guidelines. And now I've been told, and I'm not making a promise, but just as far as information, I've been told that the drummers working group, they have actually come to some agreement amongst themselves and are planning on advancing a new proposal that would actually limit their drumming to 2 hours a day on site, period. And they will be taking other drumming off site.
It was 4 hours actually. It was 4 hours.
Today you were there?
Yeah. It was 4 hours.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say?
It was actually 4 hours.
Oh.
Point of clarification.
Okay. So today,
so
it
was literally like 15-20 minutes ago that I got a phone call where I was seeking the very best and newest information so that I could communicate as forthrightly with you all about the process. We have someone correcting me, and so herein lies some of the confusion.
So wait a minute, you said 4 hours and then off-site? And off-site? What does off-site mean?
Off-site would mean drumming in Washington Square Park, drumming in Battery Park, drumming during some of our marches, but not a drum circle on the steps of Liberty Square there. I know that the drummers had been working on a proposal essentially that suggested they wanted to be able to drum 12 to 2 and 4 to 6, focused on the times when there was rush hour. Essentially, they enjoyed the rush hour foot traffic, and if you go down there, it's for a lot of people who are right there. They can't imagine how anyone wouldn't be enjoying this because it's extremely celebratory and everything looks fantastic right there. Obviously, people are learning and people are understanding, and there's a growing recognition that people who aren't right there and people who are working and people who are at home with their kids during the day are not enjoying that in the way that they are.